Namaste. I, Dr. Juhi Singh, Assistant Professor at Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur, Department of Faculty of Pharmaceutical Sciences. Today's our topic is screening method of anti-diabetic agents. So, diabetes mellitus is a metabolic disorder characterized by increased blood glucose level associated with discharge of glucose in the urine. There are two major types of diabetes mellitus, that is insulin dependent diabetes mellitus and non-insulin dependent diabetes mellitus. Insulin dependent diabetes mellitus, also called type 1 diabetes, occurs due to complete loss of pancreatic beta cell, beta islet cell, and hence there is insulin deficiency. Non-insulin dependent diabetes mellitus, also called as type 2 diabetes, and is due to insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is developed due to the defect at the receptor level or insulin signaling to the photoreceptor level. This defect may be in the effector cells such as skeletal cell muscles, the adipose tissue, etc., or in the beta islet cells. A large number of drugs, including herbs and minerals with suspected anti-diabetic activity, has been successfully tested in the laboratory. The various animal models to screen anti-diabetic activity are listed like model for insulin dependent diabetes mellitus, like alloxan induced diabetes. Alloxan is cyclic urea compound which induces permanent diabetes. It is highly reactive molecule which produce free radical, damage the beta cell and cause the cell death. Alloxan at dose level 100 mg per kg in rat produce diabetes. In rabbit, dose level is 150 mg per kg induced through the marginal ear vein produce the diabetes in 70% of the animal. Albino rat is either sick weighing 150 to 200 kg are injected with a single dose of alloxan monohydrate 100 mg per kg body weight dissolved in the normal saline by intraperitoneal route. The animals are kept for 48 hours, during which the food and water is allowed ad libitum. The blood glucose level shows the triphasic response with the hyperglycemia for 1 hour followed by the hypoglycemia that lasts for 6 hours and stable hyperglycemia after 48 hours. The animal shows fasting glucose level above 140 mg per dl after 48 hours of alloxan administered considered diabetes. Drug sample to be screened are administered orally for the period of 6 weeks. After 6 weeks of the treatment, blood samples are collected from 8 hours of fasting animals through the caudal vein. Serum is separated by cooling the centrifuge to 4 degrees Celsius at 3000 rpm rotation per minute for 10 minutes. The serum glucose level is estimated by the glucose oxidase peroxidase method. Godpot kit is called, using for auto analyzer. So this is all about the alloxan. Next, streptozotocin induced diabetes. Streptozotocin is a broad spectrum antibiotic which causes the beta islet cell damage by free radical generation. Streptozotocin induced diabetes in almost all the species of animal including rabbit, guinea pig. The diabetogenic dose of streptozotocin varies with the species. In mice, the dose level is 200 mg per kg through IV, and beagle dog 15 mg per kg through IV for the 3 days. Adult albino rat is either sex, weight 150 to 200 gram, are injected with the streptozotocin, which is 60 mg per kg body weight, prepared in citrated buffer pH is 4.5 solution by IV route. The citrated buffer is prepared by mixing 53.9 part of 0.1 m citric acid and 46.1 part of 0.2 m disodium hydrogen orthophosphate, and finally adjusted the pH 4.5. The blood glucose level shows the same triphasic response as seen as alloxane treated animals. Animals showing fasting blood glucose level above 140 mg per dl after 48 hours of streptozotocin administered are considered diabetic. Drug sample to be screened are administered orally for the period of 6 weeks. After 6 weeks of treatment, blood samples are collected from 8 hours fasting animal through a caudal vein. Serum is separated by cooling the centrifuge 2 to 4 degrees Celsius at 3000 rpm for the 10 minutes. The serum glucose level is estimated by glucose oxidase peroxidase method by using the autoanalyzer. And the third method is virus-induced diabetes. Viruses are one of the etiological agents for the induced diabetes. They produce diabetes mellitus by infecting and destroying the beta isolate cell of the pancreas. Various human viruses are used for induced diabetes, include RNA piconovirus, Coxsackie P4, and encephalomyocarditis. 6 to 8 week old mice are inoculated by 0.1 ml of 1:50 dilution of D virus and encephalomyocarditis through IP route. The 0.1 ml of the above dilution contain 50 plaque performing unit PFU for EMC virus, encephalomyocarditis virus. Mortality due to this concentration of the virus is approximately 10 to 20%. A larger infecting variant produces a comparable damage of eliciting autoimmune reactivity of the beta isolate cell. Infected animals are considered hyperglycemic if their non-fasting level exceeds by 250 mg per dl. The level of uninfected animals of the same strain. Drug sample to be screened are administered orally for period of 6 weeks. After 6 weeks for the drug treatment, blood glucose estimated is done to determine the anti-diabetic activity. And the next is insulin antibody induced diabetes. A transient diabetic syndrome can be induced by injecting guinea pig with the anti-insulin serum. It neutralizes the endogenous insulin with the insulin antibodies are capable of reacting with the insulin remaining in the circulation. Preparation of antibody, bovine insulin dissolved in acidified water, which is pH 3 at the dose of 1 mg, is ingested to the guinea pig weighing 300 to 400 gram. Anti-insulin sera is collected after 2 weeks of antigenic challenges. Adult albino rat is injected with 0.25 to 1 ml of guinea pig anti-insulin serum. Insulin antibodies induce a dose-dependent increase of blood glucose level up to 300 mg per dl. Slow rate intravenous infusion or an intraperitoneal injection prolong the effect of more than few hours. However, large doses and prolonged administration are accompanied by ketoanemia. The drug sample can be screened, is administered by suitable route, and blood glucose level is analyzed to determine the activity. Next is hormones-induced diabetes. Dexamethasone. Dexamethasone is a steroid possessing immunosuppressing action which cause the autoimmune reaction in the islet and produce type 1 diabetes. Adult rat weighing 150 to 200 grams is ingested by dexamethasone at the dose level of 2 to 5 mg per kg body weight by IP twice in a day. The repeated injection of the same dose is carried out for the period of 20 to 30 days, resulting in induced diabetes mellitus. The sample is to be screened, administered through a suitable route, and the blood glucose level is analyzed to determine the activity. Genetic model. Non-obese diabetic mouse. Non-obese diabetic mouse is a model of the induced diabetes. Hypoinsulinemia is developed, which is caused by autoimmune destruction of pancreatic beta islet cell, is associated with autoantibody production. Mice is bred at the laboratory by submitting over 20 generations. After 20 generations of submating, spontaneous development of induced diabetes mellitus in mice is obtained. Diabetes developed abruptly between 100 to 200 days of age. Weight loss, polyuria, severe glucosuria are common. The animals are treated with drug sample to be screened. Blood sample is analyzed for glucose level to determine the activity. Biobreeding rat. Diabetes is inherited as an autosomal recessive trait and developed with equal frequency and severity among the male and female. Insulin deficiency and insulitis are due to autoimmune destruction on pancreatic beta islet cell. Spontaneous diabetes is diagnosed in non-inbreed but closed outbreed colony of rat at the biobreeding laboratory. Rats are bred at the laboratory by submating over the 20 generations. After 20 generations of submating, spontaneous development of IgDM in rat is obtained. The onset of the clinical diabetes is sudden and occurs at about 60 to 20 days of the age. The clinical presentation diabetes is the biobreeding. Rat is similar to that of human counterpart. Marked hyperglycemia, glycosuria, and weight loss occur within the day of onset and are associated with the diseases. Plasma insulin that, if untreated, with the result in ketoacidosis. The animal is treated within the sample drug to be screened for the required period of the time. The blood sample is analyzed for the glucose level to determine the activity. Streptozotocin induced neonatal model for the NIDDM means induced diabetic mellitus. Streptozotocin causes severe pancreatic beta cell destruction accompanied by the disease in the pancreatic insulin stores and rise in the plasma level glucose. In contrast to the adult rat, the treated neonates partially regenerate and become normoglycemic by 3 weeks of the ages. In next few weeks, the beta cell number increases mainly from the proliferation of the cell derived from the ducts, lead to the hyperinsulinemia. Right. So neonatal rat is treated with the streptozotocin is prepared with citrate buffer by IP at the birth within the first 5 days following the birth. After 6 weeks, the rat develops symptoms similar to NIDDM rats, showing fasting blood glucose level above 140 is considered diabetes. So there are many other chemically induced diabetes mellitus models like adrenaline induced acute hyperglycemia, chelating agents like diasthione induced diabetes. Many techniques are there for induce the diabetes. Namaste. Thank you so much. So if you have any query, just comment below.